Okay, so since several people seem to really like the idea or the concept of the portable shield for safety in classrooms, and I know that some of us as teachers are visual learners and not so much like, here's the written instructions. I've already built the one, so I can show you kind of what I did, and so that's my plan. I'm gonna do this video real quick and show you kind of piece by piece how I put this thing together. So if you want those instructions, they'll be here. Okay, so the first thing is that each of these panes here, they're listed as 36 by 30 at Lowe's. They're really not 36 inches because if they were, this would be 6 feet tall just with the glass, and it's really only about 5 feet tall. The shield itself is only 5 feet tall. So what you can see is as you look into those, each of those is kind of like the pane of a window. Super simple. What I did was these right here are 1 by 3s. So 1 inch, as you can see there, 1 inch there, 3 inches here. And then what I did was I had 2. And so I used them to kind of sandwich the plexiglass in between. See, it's tight enough there you can't really see it in there. You can see it a little bit better when you look up top. You can kind of see how it comes through up here. So what I did was I sandwiched this in between. So I laid each of the plexiglass pieces on the ground, 1 up top, 1 on the bottom, and then I slid the 5 foot section of this 1 by 3 here. So that's 5 foot, each side is 5 foot. I slid that underneath, and then I slid a 24-inch section. So this top bar here is a 24-inch section. I slid those underneath, and then I did the exact same thing on top. So once I had it all together, I have some really amazing little metal clamps. And what I did was I took those metal clamps and I pinched in between where I was planning to drill the bolts. And then I just used a standard drill bit for a 5/8 inch hole. And I drilled through. You're gonna get a little bit of cracking with the plexiglass, especially if you use a smaller gauge. Like I think my gauge is either 1/8 or 1/4 inch. They had some thicker ones there that probably would have withstood it better, but you're looking at $75 to $80 a pane if you go that direction. So what I did was, like I said, I clamped it really tight right here, and then I drilled through, and then I just went through, threaded it with a 2-inch 5/8 bolt, as you can see here, and then just did a regular lock nut, or just regular nut actually on the back to secure it there. If I had to do it over again, I think I'd go back and put a washer there as well, just for a little bit of extra security. But then you can see it goes all the way through. And I just did that all the way through on the shield. So the shield is actually fairly simple to make. It's just basically making a couple of outline boxes. So you can kind of see that's what the shield is. And then we'll move on to the actual cart. Okay, so the cart itself is actually fairly simple to make. And what you're going to need here is you're going to need a 2x4, an 8-foot 2x4, plus a little bit of extra 2x4, probably about another 24 to 28 inches of 2x4 wood. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a 36-inch board that's going to be your cross beam, sort of I guess your wheel axle kind of thing. And then you're going to cut 2 sections of wood that are 10 inches that are here. And so what you're going to do with those is you're going to basically lay them on the ground and make an I shape, a capital I shape, like that. The 36-inch board will go on top. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a 5-inch drill bit, just like you had before, and you're going to drill 4 holes, 1 on either side of the 36-inch cross beam there, to be able to put your wheels through. Now, when you flip it over, one of the things you'll see here is that's a much bigger hole there. The threaded bolt for the wheels is not long enough to go through a 2x4. So you're going to want to take a 1-inch to 1.5-inch wide drill bit, and you're going to drill down and create sort of a recess area that will allow you to be able to thread the bolt with the washer and the nut. You only go about halfway through, so you're going to go down about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch into that board so that you have space to do that. Then you're going to take 4 1-foot 2x4 sections, and you're going to stand them up tall like this. And so you'll drill them from the bottom and then also from the side here to secure it to that 36-inch board and also those 10-inch boards. So it's nice and secure there. You're going to need 1 more 1x3 that's 8 foot. You're going to cut two 36-inch sections that will go here. You'll secure them on the inside and then use some of the extra 2x4 you have to create a spacer so that these are secure and they're not going to move back and forth. That's what the hardest part for me was, figuring out the right size. It's going to give you about 36 inches in between here, and that's how much you're going to need for your shield. Sorry, 33 inches in here, which is how much you're going to need for your shield, because this bolt is 2 inches and it's going to be super tight to get it in if you're any bigger than that. These are just regular plumbing, like insulation tubes, self-adhesive, and that's really just for protection and also to create a little bit more tightness to hold the shield in place. It's difficult to get it in and out, so you may want the option of just making the shield permanently fixed to the cart, in which case you don't have to worry about spacing it so much. The 36 inches, you can do it a little bit closer than that if you want. So that's how you do that. So hopefully that was really helpful. Hopefully that, for those of you who are visual learners, that was good to do. And again, I know some people have asked about, would I be willing to build these and sell these? It's just super hard to sell, to ship. I mean, it costs about $100 to make with supplies. Shipping would be at least about $50 because it is a heavy piece of equipment. If you are local to the College Station area, yeah, let me know, reach out, let me know, and I'll do my best to make one for you. But yeah, I don't mind sharing the plans. If you have questions, please ask. I'd be more than willing to help out. And you know, if you really want to help a teacher out, I do have an Etsy page and I sell some woodworking art. Not to plug too much, but thank you guys, and hope you have a safe year.